What's up? Two completely different phones, almost a day and night difference, but the morning routines were indistinguishable from one another. Why is that? Is the S22 like more expensive than the S21 FE? Well, after these phones being on the consumer market for quite a while, a lot of opinions have been shared by some greater than my own, but you clicked on this video for mine. Sorry, I just had to make a quick wardrobe change since I don't think everybody supports my team and that might limit some potential viewers. On that note, I don't even think everybody knows this badge. Welcome to Cypher Productions, I'm Christian van der Westhuizen. So besides the colors, let's get the obvious out of the way. What's the main differences between these two phones? Well, believe it or not, 1 month. Yes, go look it up. Now let's put the S21 aside for a moment and focus on the S22 for a moment. The S22 launched with one of the most gorgeous phone designs in my opinion probably ever, since it was made of a piece of glass and plastic, different to the previous Galaxy S21 and not the same as the Galaxy S21 FE. I know, Samsung's naming scheme, right? Which was made from a piece of plastic and metal to form the camera bump. Because hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, Samsung has to justify this $900 price tag one way or another. And this glass and metal finish almost gives a premium-like feel from the phone. Almost giving you Kaizen-like vibes. I'm doing your reshoots for these videos. Kaizen is a word from Japan. And Samsung is based in South Korea. Who does your research for these videos? Come on. Do better. Anyway, the build ethic Samsung used on this Galaxy S22 series is really impressive. Now at the end of the day, we are all creatures of habit, which means we will drop our phone, so most people will spoil a beautiful phone like this with an ugly case anyway. So that means we're going to have to move to the screen and internals of a phone like this. Now I'm not going to bore you with acronyms and no, this is our channel, Christian. So we're going to talk like we want to, and we're going to split some specifications, whether you like it or not, viewers. It's literally in the script. Let's quickly bring the S21 FE back into the equation. Now the finish of this phone is a piece of plastic, so nothing I can really praise it for, which means we're going to look to the inside of the phones. Back to the desk. Now both phones rock an AMOLED display, which is not the same as LCD. It's LED lit, which can turn, which means every pixel is almost lit like an LED, which means it can turn off. And that leads to more sharper colors, richer contrast and deeper blacks. So both phones have the same technology advantage in that case. I mean, it's no secret that Samsung is the market leader of phone screens. They even make Apple's precious phone screens. So let's take a little bit deeper look into these two phones, because if you can't judge it by the surface, we have to go a little bit deeper. Now Samsung's game plan for the FE series for a long time has been Samsung's game plan for the FE series of phones has been to recycle some of the old parts they used in the previous year's phones and put it into another package as a more affordable option with some flagship parts. No strings attached, right? So let's put the internals head to head again. And without pulling punches, the Galaxy One FE is already at a disadvantage because it rocks the Snapdragon 888, whilst the Galaxy S22 rocks the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. I tell you, naming schemes these days. But that's not even such a big deal. It's only 1 year's worth of technology innovation. Now, let's look at the random access memory included in these two phones. The maximum you can get, the Samsung's, is with 8GB and the S21 FE's is with 6GB. Now that's actually a reasonable difference, but with features Samsung launched like RAM Plus, you can limit these phones to have the same amount of random access memory, which means that you can theoretically have them on the same playing field. But why would you limit the phone like this since it already has more RAM? Battery savings maybe? And then the tables turn in favor of the S21 FE. As I mentioned, as a possible idea for battery savings on the S22. I'm not bluffing. This phone has a 25% bigger battery than the S22. Makes sense, right? Samsung FE has a 25% bigger battery than the S22. So it's a few advantages to the S22 and a few advantages to the FE. What's the big deal in the difference? So let's double down on the battery. This phone's standby mode will last longer than a cow in a vegan farm. And the S22 will just randomly drop to 5% when it senses a charger is nearby. Pure tomfoolery, I tell you. So what's the big idea? What's the big difference between these two phones? Well, with you spending the past few minutes with me, thank you very much. I think we could have seen that these two phones are aimed at a completely different demographic. The S22, not for a younger, more like power users. People that can take full advantage of the more powerful internals inside of this phone, and that always also has a charger nearby. Same for the S21 FE. Not all the demographic necessarily, but just less power hungry people. And who needs a phone to do the important things really damn well, which this does. Thank you for watching. Camera comparison coming soon. Now I have to film the B-roll. You better subscribe.